Hello and welcome back to Curb Stomp City, where today I'm bringing you another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016. And today we have one Revolt, which will then lead into ECW Uncensored, which is going to be free on the Bravo network, but will be treated like a pay-per-view. Before we get into the shows, I have something that I forgot to mention in the first episode. Basically, somehow in the chaos that was recording and editing the Christmas special, when I loaded the game up back to start Series 2, we were somehow before ECW Massacre on 34th Street, so it hadn't actually gone through and saved. So I had to rebook the event before the first Revolt of the last episode, and everything's the same, but some ratings are different, so I thought I'd just point that out just to let you know what happened there. But yeah, with that aside, we're going to get straight into Revolt. So we start with a video airing stating that tonight the second ECW Hall of Famer will be revealed. So they will be inducted at Global Glory this year, and they're going to join Sabu in the ECW Hall of Fame, who was inducted last year. This got a 54C- based on the workers' popularity, and you'll find out who it is soon. And then in a number one contenders match for the ECW Junior Heavyweight Championship, Kenta defeats Kendo Kashin and Spike in a triple threat match when Kenta defeated Spike by pinfall. And apparently Spike was a weak link. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, Kenta got a 61, Kendo Kashin got a 64, and Spike got a 45. Kendo is not suited to his gimmick, and there were no improvements. But yeah, got a new number one contender for the junior heavyweight title, Kenta, and it's going to be Kenta versus Low Ki at Uncensored. And this got a 59C. It's a really good match, to be fair. And then Terry Funk's music hits as he walks down to the ring, and he says, "It's great to be back here in an ECW ring. And I'm here to announce that I have been given the privilege of becoming the 2001 ECW Hall of Famer at this year's Global Glory. And to see the growth of ECW since the beginnings still amazes me, and it wouldn't be possible without." And then he's interrupted by CM Punk's music. And he slowly walks to the ring with a microphone and says, "Look at this man. You remind me of everyone in this crowd. You just can't stay away. Just like all of you people, no matter how many times you put down that bottle, you always pick it back up. Now get out of my ring, old man." As CM Punk enters the ring, Terry Funk gets closer and goes face to face, and Punk pushes Funk down and he rolls out of the ring. And he says, now that he's gone, I have an open challenge to do. So obviously Punk's been doing the Television Championship Open Challenge, and Funk climbs back into the ring behind Punk, this time with a barbed wire bat. And Punk turns around just as Funk lights the bat on fire, and then Punk quickly escapes up the ramp. So, Punk and Funk, I didn't even realise they rhymed till now. But yeah, CM Punk cutting a promo on Terry Funk, interrupting his Hall of Fame, and he eventually runs away scared after Terry Funk sets the barbed wire bat on fire. So yeah, good little segment with a 59C rating, and the colour commentary gave the segment a boost, and Terry Funk got above average for his blue chipper gimmick. And then a graphic shows that it'll be CM Punk versus Terry Funk for the ECW Television Championship this Sunday at ECW Uncensored, and this is going to be a hardcore match, and this got 50D+, so not great there. And then in an extremely short match, Samoa Joe defeats Taka in 2 minutes 45 by stoppage when Taka could not continue. And again, just Samoa Joe squash match, keeping him on the show, keeping him strong. 71 from Samoa Joe, 57 from Taka, and this got a 56C-. And in the final match of the show, Sting defeats Kevin Steen in 8 minutes 27 by pinfall. So he's made his Revolt in-ring debut, I think. And during the match, we also saw Vampiro distract Sting, and also Angel Williams did the same. And that's just to further the storyline. And Sting had an in-ring performance of 70. Kevin Steen had 55. And this got a 69C+, so a good match. Yeah, this should help Kevin Steen quite a lot in terms of popularity. Getting the rub from Sting. And despite Vampiro and Angel Williams' distraction, Sting picks up the win. And after the match, Vampiro and Angel hit the ring once more, and Vampiro attacks Sting and beats him to the floor. He holds him by his arms as Angel claws at Sting's face paint. And yeah, she's literally just scratching his face with her nails, and blood starts to drip down Sting's face. So now his face paint started to come off, he's bleeding, and Vampiro and Angel exit the ring, leaving Sting floored in the middle of the ring. And this got a B81, it's a good segment. And then Minoru Tanaka's music hits after probably what would be a commercial break, because Sting's in the middle of the ring after the last segment. But yeah, commercial break, Minoru Tanaka's music hits. He enters with a golden robe and his Wrestler of the Year award. He opens the robe to reveal his ECW World Heavyweight Championship belt. And before he gets to the ring, Rhino attacks him from behind, and he throws him into the barricade and eventually gets the table. He hits Tanaka with a huge powerbomb and puts him through it with that powerbomb. And then Tanaka looks like he's in agony. And Rhino grabs the mic and he says, "Heyman, I want my rematch, and I want it this Sunday at ECW Uncensored, and I won't stop until I get what I want." And then Heyman stands up from commentary with a microphone as Rhino continues to kick a floored Tanaka. He says, "Stop, Rhino. You get your match. And you like tables so much, then this Sunday you will take on Minoru Tanaka for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship in a tables match." So we've got our main event set up for Uncensored, and it's looking like a stacked card. We've got 87B plus for that. And overall we got a 73B minus, so not our best show, but still solid and more than what we've been getting. In terms of Revolt at least. Boosted our popularity in 20 regions as well, which is good. And we've got some opinions from a couple of wrestlers. Rhino says that Kenta is a star in the making, and he could make us some serious money. And then Vampiro says that Kevin Steen doesn't have it when it comes to working a crowd. Fire the kid and find somebody that knows how to work. I'm not going to do that. TV rating, we got a 3.31, which actually beat last week when we got a 3.25, so good stuff. And so yeah, now we're going to jump into the ECW Uncensored event, and I'm just going to run through the card before we get there. We've got the ECW Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line, and it's going to be in a ladder match, and it's going to be Low Key versus Kenta. I'm actually surprised that I haven't put this match on before, but yeah, it should be a good match. And then we're going to go into ECW Tag Team Championship match, which will see Styles and Devitt defend their championships versus the Chain Gang, who beat them last week on Revolt and picked up a surprise win there. And that's going to be in a Tornado tag match. And then the ECW Television Championship is going to be on the line when CM Punk takes on Terry Funk in a hardcore match. Sting versus Vampiro, and that's going to be in a First Blood match, which was instigated by Angel's Claws. And ECW World Heavyweight Championship is going to be on the line. Rhino gets his title rematch and the chance to reclaim the ECW World Heavyweight Championship against the champion Tanaka. So that's going to be interesting, and I've got something big planned. So hopefully you stay tuned for that, and we're going to go straight into it now. Okay, so here we are, and we start the show with a good match. We've got 73B minus. We've got just a random fatal four-way just to fill the time to start the show. Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, Samoa Joe and Kevin Steen against each other, and Samoa Joe gets the victory after making Tommy Dreamer submit with a Dragon Sleeper. And the match got the show off to a strong start. Definitely did. I was not expecting anything like that. But it looks like Tommy Dreamer and Samoa Joe really put the rating up there. Big win for Samoa Joe, beating the Osaka heavyweight champion, and Sandman was just there. So yeah, B minus 73, decent. And yeah, Sandman was drunk. Typical Sandman. And then John Cena raps as him and Jay Briscoe enter the arena. I took John Cena off the script and he was just improvising, and John Cena clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. So good stuff from Cena. 49D plus, not the best rating, but hopefully he improves once he's more popular. And then in a poor match, 19E minus, the Chain Gang defeat the Phenomenals in 12 minutes 04 when John Cena defeats Fergal Devitt by pinfall with a roll up. And the Chain Gang have won the ECW World Tag Team titles. So out of nowhere, out of obscurity, they were in a random match with the Phenomenals on Revolt. They beat them, and then they beat them again in this hardcore match. And the rating was so low because they've had their fourth match in like recent times. I think they had one in September, one in December, one in January, and here we go again in January. And so that'll be why the rating's so bad. It's not actually the workers, because you can see there 47, 37, 40 and 44. So not bad overall. It's just because literally we've seen this match loads and the game knows that. So yeah, but we just wanted to give the Chain Gang the belts, and there's been quite a few comments about them. So yeah, out of nowhere, a big impact from John Cena and Jay Briscoe. And Fergal Devitt wasn't happy with the hardcore match stipulation. Neither was AJ. Neither was Cena. And Jay Briscoe's alright with it. So. And after the match, AJ Styles climbs into the ring and approaches a dazed Fergal Devitt. And he appears to ask him what happened, with a disappointed look on his face. And then Devitt looks apologetic as the team walk to the back. And this got a D47. So they haven't fell out about it, but AJ just doesn't know what's happening. And probably didn't expect it. So yeah. See how that goes going forward. And then in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Low Ki defeats Kenta in 13 minutes 28 when Low Ki retrieved the item. And Low Ki makes defense number 1 of his ECW World Junior Heavyweight title. So good performances from both of them. 55 for Low Ki and 62 for Kenta. And 67C plus, which is really good. That's almost main event level. They must have enjoyed the ladder match. And then in a decent match, CM Punk defeats Terry Funk in 9 minutes 44 by pinfall and makes defense number 2 of his ECW World Television title. And 65 overall with a C rating. CM Punk had an in-ring performance of 70, which is excellent. Starting to get to that main event level now. And Terry Funk had an in-ring performance of 36. He's quite old, so it's not exactly disappointing. But yeah, Punk carries it to a 65C. So it looks like Terry Funk can be carried to a good match. That's good to know. And Punk didn't like the hardcore stipulation. That's fine. I'm seeing that quite a bit in this one. And then in a superb match, Sting defeats Vampiro in 10 minutes 15 when Vampiro was busted open. Obviously this was a first blood match. And Sting gets the win. And I pretty much couldn't book it any other way because Sting refused to lose. So yeah, 74B minus for that. Vampiro got an 82, excellent from him. 69, still disappointing from Sting, but I think it's his morale. And Sting is improving in performance skills, but yeah, 74B minus as I said. And Vampiro doesn't like the hardcore matches, neither does Sting. And then in the main event, in an exceptional match, Minoru Tanaka defeated Rhino in 17 minutes 50 when Rhino was put through a table. And during the match we had, and this is the big one, Paul Heyman distracts Rhino and helps Minoru Tanaka win. And Minoru Tanaka makes defense number 1 of his ECW World Heavyweight title. So a big shift in momentum towards the storyline. And 82B overall, 86 each for individual ratings, so excellent from both men. And basically, Minoru Tanaka joins allegiance with Paul Heyman, the company's Wrestler of the Year, create an alliance to take down the Fans' Choice. And yeah, the voting of that award really affected the storyline, and I like it. So. And after the match, a laughing Paul Heyman raises Minoru Tanaka's hand in victory as the show comes to a close. And that got a 77B. And overall we got a 77B for the show, and I think that's the best show so far. and we increased in 17 regions. And 3 people are annoyed at Sandman, and our 1 event deal on Bravo's finished, but I'm probably going to renew that. And yeah, that's not the TV deal, that's just the one-time event deal just for Uncensored. And Uncensored got a 3.14 TV rating and is our second best show yet. So yeah, good way to end the second episode. And let me know in the comments what you think of the storylines, particularly the main event. And yeah, the vote for the fan choice really helped me book that. Hopefully you like it. So yeah, remember to like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.